Karnataka people have shown us the way that, the might of power, agencies, institutions can be defeated with your vote in a democracy. And I also thank them for bringing all the, most of the opposition parties who believe in the constitution of this country, who believe in the democratic values of this country, who believe in the secular culture of this country, who above all believe in the idea of India together, and celebrate when we say India is the mother of democracy, we celebrated that it was Karnataka that gave us a chance after a long time to do that. I know, I have been to Karnataka. I have lived here for more than a year in early 90s, so I know the people here are very nice. They are very peace-loving. They are very secular. But I think for the last 5 years, a lot of hatred and communal and divisive politics has been, played here, which has must have caused a lot of, wounds on the secular fabric of this place. So I am sure that the Congress government, along with Mr. Sitaramaya ji and Shivkumar ji, along with their, colleagues, both in the cabinet as well as the legislature, will be able to heal the wounds that have been inflicted during the last 5 years. They have tried to, tear the fabric of, this society here. And it has really been a very good experience because everybody had somehow given up. But Karnataka has really shown us that there is still hope for the idea of India, for this country to survive. And we, the people of Jammu and Kashmir, we needed it more than anybody else because we were, we became the first victims of this fascist forces. We were, despite, Jammu Kashmir being a Muslim majority state, and despite all odds, having taken a decision to align with the idea of India, when the whole subcontinent was burning with communal fires, which were, supported not only by Muslim groups who wanted a Muslim country, but also with Hindu groups, Hindu Mahasabha and so we see their, offsprings now, who wanted a Hindu Rashtra at that point of time. But at that point of time, Jammu Kashmir, a Muslim majority state, decided to align with the idea of India, decided to align with a democratic India, with a secular India, with this hope that our identity, our rights, our life with dignity will be safeguarded here within the Union of India. And that was done, rightly so. And we were given a special status, which was the best example of cooperative federalism if you see it anywhere, not only within the country, within the world. I mean, Jammu Kashmir, a Muslim majority state, became the soul of Indian nationhood. And, but unfortunately, with the onslaught of this BJP government, 2019, we saw that the state was dismantled, it was dismembered, it was disempowered, and unfortunately, the whole country, including the political parties, except for a few which I don't want to name, because then we will have a prime time debate tonight on the anti-national, character of those parties who supported, 370, Article 370 at that point of time and were opposing its, illegal, unconstitutional scrapping abrogation. So I think the goose has come home to roost. What we saw happening in Delhi, I mean, we saw it, coming. Most of the institutions, be it the executive, be it the judiciary, be it the media, they have been, unfortunately, they have been, subverted, subjugated. And what we saw in Delhi was overruling of the Supreme Court orders as far as, giving powers to the Delhi government, the elected government, regarding the transfer and posting of the officers. So what happened to us in 2019 when we were disempowered, government was disempowered, people were disempowered, everybody thought, it's a Muslim majority state and, since BJP is against Muslims and it's going to be, maybe it brings a solution to the Kashmir issue, Kashmir problem. But it's not happening that way. Rather, the Kashmir problem has been complicated. I mean, it is the most militarized place in the world, and what we are going through, you just can't imagine. You can't imagine the kind of surveillance, the kind of, searches, the kind of friskings, the kind of, ED and CBI and NIA and SIA and SUI, all the, all these, whatever these agencies, every day harassing people in the name of security. But what has happened in Delhi should be a wake-up call for everybody. 2019 should have been a wake-up call. But unfortunately it was not. But what happened yesterday, it should be a wake-up call for everybody. Because it seems that BJP government is not going to leave any opposition government in the country where they can't, hijack the government after being, elected morally, legally. They buy the MLAs, they threaten them, they buy them over, but where they can't do that because they were not able to do that in Delhi with the AAP party, so now they have found a different way of disempowering them. This is going to happen to everybody. Everybody who is staying aloof, who is maybe out of opportunism or being scared of the agencies, they are keeping away. They are not, wanting to be seen as a part of opposition who came together yesterday. So this is a wake-up call for everybody, and I hope everybody wakes up and, tastes the coffee, smells the coffee, because what started with J&K is slowly and steadily, going around the whole country, and it's going to, increase its pace once the elections get nearer. And Karnataka has given me a hope, and I hope the people of this country, I mean, they are almost 60% who have voted against BJP. They are going to wake up and learn from what the people of Karnataka have done. I know that it was Rahul Gandhi's yatra which laid the foundation for the results that we see today, but I think the people of Karnataka are to be complimented. I don't have any words to say because everybody had given up. And the kind of, campaign the ruling party, the BJP, went about was, I mean, I have no words to express it, and the way Election Commission was just watching, I won't say helplessly, I will say with glee. They were not helpless at all, but it was something, that was very, very, it was very, I mean, I don't know, one got scared to see how, everybody, including right from the Prime Minister up to the, lower rank, were using religion and everything, but hats off to the people of Karnataka. They were not taken in by this, and I hope now the new government will not only give good governance minus 40% commission, but also heal the wounds. And that's why I came here, and I see a ray of hope. And I got a chance to talk to Nitish ji for some time as we were sitting together, and I invited him that they should, you know, pay some attention to what's happening in J&K. Because J&K is, as I said earlier, also the soul of Indian nationhood. It has wedded itself to the idea of India. So if they have dismembered, if they have dismantled, J&K, they have dismantled the idea of, they have started dismantling the idea of India. And so that is where the opposition parties, the people of India will have to start repairing, will have to start the healing process. And, you know, BJP is trying to portray to everybody, to the whole world, including the whole country, that everything is fine after the abrogation of 370. But let me tell you my experience. I have been the chief minister. My mother has been the wife of a home minister, wife of a chief minister. My daughter, all our passports were confiscated. My mother had to fight for 3 years to get her passport. My daughter is still fighting, and I'm also fighting. So you can well imagine if this can be done in the name of security to a family which has, you know, joined mainstream politics. My father joined mainstream politics in 1959 when Kashmir was burning with the idea of self-determination. So if this can happen to a family like ours, you can well imagine what must be being done to students, journalists, common people of Kashmir in the name of security. So this is just one example, and I don't want to talk about, you know, how agencies every day are harassing people, businessmen, everybody, how many people, how our youth are rotting in jails outside J&K State. I say rotting because nothing has been proved. There are no case hearings. The families are so poor, they just can't even visit them, not to talk about fighting their cases. Even if there is a hearing, the witnesses are not presented. So the process in itself has become a punishment for all those families. So we are going through a very, very bad time, and Kashmiris are feeling more alienated, but I appeal to the people of this country that we have exceeded with you. We have not exceeded with Hindu Mahasabha or BJP or with any communal party or with, for that matter, with Muslim League. We did not choose Pakistan. We fought the invaders in 1947 with our bare hands and decided to align with this great country. But today the people are leaving us alone, and I would request all the opposition parties and as well as the people of this country, please reach out to people of Kashmir. You saw when Rahul Gandhi came to Kashmir, how people received him. Because people are feeling suffocated. They want someone, some leadership to come and listen to them. What's happening to them after 2019? How Jammu Kashmir has been converted into an open-air prison. So this is all I wanted to say, and once again, thumbs up for, you know, Karnataka people, and I salute them. Thank you so much. Any questions? They are trying to show that normalcy, everything is fine. I am not opposing anything. Why should I oppose anything? But the way G20 is, it's an event for the whole country. But the BJP has hijacked it. They have even replaced the logo with lotus. The logo should have been something to do with the country, not with the party. And secondly, to tell you the truth, if you visit Kashmir today, you will see the place which was already converted in an open-air prison has been converted in Guantanamo today, because even houses have been taken over, homes have been taken over. There is 3, 4, 5-tier security. There are, you know, checkings going on. Everything in the homes is being turned upside down. If you want, I have something in my phone which I can show you how they are going about the searches. My point is not about, you know, G20 being held in Kashmir. My point is that our problems are within the region. G20 may be something in which may be doing some kind of publicity for the BJP party at the national, at the international level. But it is the SARC which will establish the leadership of our country within this region, address its problems. That is where the government has to take bull by the horns and take an initiative. And also, for that, it is being held hostage between the animosity of India and Pakistan, and Jammu Kashmir is at the basis of it. So they need to take the bull by the horn, as Vajpayee ji did. He tried to resolve the Kashmir issue without compromising the sovereignty of the country or the integrity of Jammu and Kashmir. So that's what my point is, that if we have to go so gaga about something, why not SAARC? Why not have a SAARC summit and address the problems that we have, so that before becoming a wish guru, we can become the guru of this region, because the road to becoming the guru, wish guru, leads to SAARC, and to road to SAARC leads to Jammu and Kashmir. Thank you. That is the achievement of BJP, because they had said abrogation of Article 370 is going to resolve all problems. Now even China is, वो भी अपनी टांग इसमें डाल रहे हैं और बुरी तरह से डाल रहे हैं. They are also, talking about Kashmir dispute, which only Pakistan used to talk about earlier. So it goes to the credit of BJP that they have brought China also into the problem now. Yeah. That's what I have been saying. Karnataka has shown the way, and you are right. I mean, I would again, I am nobody to advise or suggest to Congress, but I can only appeal to them that wherever they are in a one-to-one fight BJP, that's where the Congress should fight. But where there are regional forces, be it Mamta, be it Akhilesh Yadav, Mayawati, or Naveen Patnaik Saab, or even Arvind Kejriwal, Stalin, Nitish Kumar ji, so many of them. They should concede more. They have to be the younger partners. Other places they have play the elder partner role. The other where there are regional forces, they have to be the younger partners. Only then you can save the idea of India. You can save this country, and then you can save these parties. Otherwise, everything is going to be dismantled if 2024, the same thing continue what we have today. I am not sure whether 29 even we will have the way they are bulldozing our constitution, the way they are bulldozing our democratic rights, the way they are using media to their own ends. I don't think there will be much left for us to save then. I think this Congress has played a great role in the independence of this country, in building this country in the idea of India. Even the state of Jammu and Kashmir, its accession to India had a lot to do with Jawaharlal Nehru's efforts. So the idea of India, for the survival of idea of India, Congress has the biggest responsibility as compared to the other parties. So they will have to, kind of sacrifice more if they want to save this country and if they want to save the idea of India. There is no other way. Because at this point of time, they will have to focus on one opponent, and that is BJP. Rest, they have to be in it together. Only then they can defeat the fascist forces. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult. They have started, I think, with Rahul Gandhi's Yatra. Some foundation has been laid. Now, I think he also understands the country better and also understands the nitty-gritties of taking everybody along. And I'm sure, they will think about it, because otherwise there is no option. There is no option. They can't do otherwise. नहीं, देखिए, मैंने तो बोला असेंबली तो मैंने कभी लड़ना नहीं है जब तक 370 रिस्टोर नहीं होता है. पार्लियामेंट तो सोच सकते हैं लड़े ना लड़े, बट असेंबली मैंने बोला है हम नहीं लड़ेंगे जब तक 370 रिस्टोर नहीं होता है. As far as my party is concerned, it was dismantled, it was broken totally, but the worker is with me and we are rebuilding it. I don't see assembly elections, coming in near future. They are going to hold panchayats and local bodies, and then we have parliament election. I don't, see assembly elections so soon. Because for them, democracy is about panchayat raj. And I don't know what the Prime Minister and the Home Minister are doing if they feel punches and sarpanches are substitute for the Assembly and the Parliament. I really don't know. Because that's why they keep on selling to everybody that we had panchayat elections, we had local bodies elections, so the democracy has been restored, but democracy is incomplete without assembly elections. And even assembly elections are secondary to the fundamental rights of the people of Jammu and Kashmir, which have been subverted, which have been suspended at this point of time. I have no take on that. I mean, when country is going through so much unemployment, inflation, communal division, divisive politics, we are going, our GDP is going down, we are going behind even Bangladesh. Poverty is, rising day by day, and we are talking about who is going to inaugurate which house. I mean, we have decided to give up the parliament building built by, Britishers, but we are still continuing with their seditious laws, which are so cruel, so anti-people. So there is it's very ironical what we are, continuing with and what we are giving up. I mean, if you think that, taking the people, the inhabitants of a place, keeping them as hostages, not allowing them to move, doing, checkings, frisking, everything, and causing so much harassment to them. And if this is a cost that we have to pay for the, tourism by G20, I don't know. I don't know. I can't say much about it. I think we're done. Are we done? I think जब किसानों की बात चली थी तब भी इन्होंने कहा था कि हम उसको वापस नहीं लेंगे. So people have power, which Karnataka people have shown that what is the power in a democratic setup, what you can do, what all you can do, what all you can fight. So I too have hope in the democracy of this country, and I'm sure when our leadership at that point of time promised us that Jammu Kashmir is going to be a show window for the whole world to gaze at. That's why we were given special status. That's why we were much ahead in many indexes as compared to Gujarat, Maharashtra and other places, because we had our jobs, we had our land, above all our identity, we were living with a life of dignity. So I'm sure this country is going to restore our life with dignity and honor back to us. At some point of time, it may take some struggle, and Mehbooba Mufti not fighting an assembly election is not a big price. I don't think it's a big price.
या पूरी पार्टी नहीं लड़ेगी?
नहीं, मैं नहीं लड़ूंगी, बाकी पार्टी तो लड़ेगी.
उमर अब्दुल्ला ने भी कहा था कि वो नहीं लड़ेंगे.
नहीं, I won't like to comment on that, but I have said it and I stick to it, and maybe as far as parliament goes, we'll think about that. I think you already asked, and Tanzila has already asked 2 questions. So as you already said, you told me that, I have a special relationship times now, so I won't go for 3rd question. Well, at that point of time, we thought it was something, good for the country. We didn't know, ultimately it's going to bring the economy of the country down and benefit some of the cronies, some of the, crony capitalists who are very close to the ruling party. Today, a year before election, once it is done, maybe it has something to do money laundering or, getting money or, converting black money into white money for the election purpose. I really don't know, because it's not for the people. It's a decision out of the blue, as was done in 2017. So I really don't know. I think it's again some mischief that's being played. Yeah, it's a mischief. I don't know that, unless and until, people choose development, progress over, communal politics, nothing is going to, backfire. People have to think the way Karnataka has thought. And I'm sure Karnataka has shown the way. People are going to follow. Thank you so much.